Most traders fail their prop firm accounts because they don't have a real approach. I've passed over $2 million in prop firm challenges, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you exactly how I do it. Now, not many people have the mindset like myself to trade challenges the way I do, but here's the numerical structure of how I approach my challenges. So right now we have our FX replay chart, and we're going to be simulating a phase 1 challenge and a phase 2 challenge to show you exactly how I take these accounts myself. So just to clear things up, we have a 8% profit target, a 5% daily drawdown, and a 10% overall drawdown. Now these parameters are what we have to stick to when we're taking these challenges, and it's the same for pretty much every single firm. So using this, we are going to pass an account together. So going straight into it, you need to be looking for A-star setups, the best of the best and the most highest probability trades. The higher chances of the position winning, the higher chances and the quicker you are to pass these accounts. Now when I'm trading my phase 1 challenges, I have a strict risk plan, and it's not your average risk plan. The plan with my challenges is actually that I risk more. I risk anything from 2 to 3% pretty much all the time on my evaluations, and I'll tell you exactly why I do this. Now when I'm trading, my max RR tends to be a 1 to 4, 1 to 5, and the only time I tend to take these higher RR trades are when I'm trading challenge accounts. Now the main idea I tend to take when I'm trying to take a challenge account is that I pass it in as little amount of trades as possible, as quickly as possible. So in this situation, the way we can pass an account very quickly is if we hit a 1 to 4 RR, risking just 2%. Now this isn't necessarily always going to be the exact plan, but I do tend to aim to do this for my first position on the account or when it's break even. If I was then to take a loss on this trade, I would ensure my risk stays at 2%, but this should have been a 2% risk anyway if we're aiming for a 1 to 4, because that would pass us the account in one trade. Well, the phase 1 account at least. Now if we were to be in this trade and price started rejecting, and like I sometimes do, was to take the position early, I would then be using these profits that we had generated as further leverage. Now on this account, we're not trying to keep it forever, and we're not trying to maintain the balance. We're trying to make our profit target and get to the funded stage. So in this situation, I wouldn't be looking for higher RRs. Now we have this buffer. I would potentially lower my RR to maybe a 1 to 1. Say if we're up a 2 to 1 on this position and we're up 4%, we could potentially then risk the 4% we're up, or we could risk 2 to 3% maybe with a 1 to 2, 1 to 2, 1 to 3. But if this trade was then to hit stop loss, we would then be back at break even on the account. Now from here we go straight back to step 1. But if we were to take a win on this account, we would be completing step 2, and also this would have passed our phase 1 account. Now step 1 needs to be repeated until profit target is hit or overall drawdown, or in a different scenario we would have to continue on to step 2 and take this until we get back to either step 1 or we pass and get to step 3, which is the phase 2. Now once we get onto the phase 2 account, this is a fairly simple approach I aim every single time, and this has passed me so many phase 2s. I simply use a 1 to 2 risk to reward with 2.5% risk, aiming for the 5% profit target. Now for those that don't know, once you get on phase 2, the profit target is lowered. So we have a 5% profit target, 5% daily drawdown, and a 10% overall drawdown. Now if we were to hit this 2 to 1 risk to reward, we would obviously profit the 5% profit target, and we would be onto our funded account. Now if this doesn't happen and we go to hit SL, from here we are to lower our risk to just 2% and trade until in profit or break even. Now if we're in profit, we trade a similar approach to 2, and we aim for the profit target. So say if we took profits like here, we aim to hit our profit target from this point. If not, we go back to square 1, which is also a similar approach which I'm about to talk about. Now if we get back to break even, again we go back to square 1. It's simple. We keep going until we hit the profit target, break even, or the overall drawdown. It's simple. We either hit our profit target with step 1, or we either use step 2 to get back to break even to go back to step 1, or we use step 2 to get us back in profit, and then we trade to get to step 3. Now step 3 is obviously gaining the funded account, but we won't be talking about it in this video. So now I've shown you how I go about things. Let's execute live. Now we're looking at our first position to take on this fresh phase 1 evaluation. Now what I'm looking at here is this clean break and retest, a strong sign of rejection, and this overall bearish market structure. I'm going to place my SL just above this structure, and I will place my TP at a 1 to 4 at this support zone. Now I have just put my TP up a little bit because we're not necessarily looking at this support zone, we're looking to hit the 4RR. We don't want to be in any longer than we need to. Once we hit the profit target, we are straight out. So I'm going to enter this position with 2% risk, aiming to make $8,000. If this hits, that will be our profit target. If not, we'll be only down 2%. Beautiful. Now that hits our profit profit target for 8%. And let's get straight onto the phase 2. Okay, so now we're on to our phase 2 evaluation. Let's get straight into our next position. This is what we're going to hopefully take to pass this phase 2 evaluation. On this trade, I'm going to be risking 2.5% for 5%. Now, the analysis on this trade was plain and simple again. We're looking at this trend continuation and we're looking at another break and retest. We came into this discounted range and we also formed another lower high and broke lower. Now here we're looking to get a decent sell-off and hit our profit target, hopefully passing our account. So let's see what it does. Enter our position with 2.5% and we're in. So let's see how it plays out. Beautiful. So we did hit our profit target. Obviously with news, this cleanly managed to tap us out before going to the upside, of course, and a very clear example of exactly how I pass these accounts so quickly. I've done this time and time and again, and I don't know how I can make it any more simpler. This is all you need to be doing to pass in your funded accounts. Don't overcomplicate it. It is very, very simple. It's all a numbers game at the end of the day, and you're not looking to hold these accounts forever. You're just looking to pass them and extract funds from your funded account. Now, once you do get onto your funded account, obviously trading is very different, but this is for another video. I just realized I am $10 short from passing this account. Now the reason is this, because obviously I didn't enter with the correct RI. It should be a 1 to 2, but it would have hit anyway, so please don't roast me in the comments. So I hope this video is going to help you guys pass your funded account challenges. Make sure you're thinking systematically and very simply. It's all you need in trading. Now that you've watched this video and you're going to be passing your prop firm account challenges like me, make sure to be using my recommended prop firm. This prop firm is QUANTTEKEL. QUANTTEKEL offer industry leading rules, swift payout processes, and competitive pricing. And currently QUANTTEKEL are offering a huge discount. They're running 45% off all account challenges and a free QT instant account on purchase. So make sure you guys don't miss out on this great opportunity. Now I hope you guys start passing your accounts like myself, and I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.